Well, what a sight this is, a beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing.
I'm Peter Drury and it's a pleasure to be alongside Jim Beglin.
Cheers, Peter. It's a privilege to be here, it really is.
Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set.
So it's down to business here.
I'm going to be watching out for the movement of Ludovic Giuly here, Peter.
And what are the specifics of his role in the side?
Well, I think he'll be working the channels, looking for the spaces in and around the box that he can exploit. Kind of a cross between a winger and a striker, I suppose.
Now it's Bergkamp.
Now that looks a decent ball.
Oh, it's played into the area. Out to the right. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. Dembele carries the ball down the right.
Nice and easy for the goalkeeper.
Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision because he had good options around him and he failed to get his head up. He looked rushed. He should have waited for some movement. That's just playing it safe and simple.
Neither of the teams has yet taken the initiative.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Oh, that pass isn't the best.
That's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. Bergkamp goes on a run down the left wing. And now the breakaway.
Nicely weighted ball.
Very nicely done.
Goes for a shot!
Oh, just lacked a decent finish.
It wasn't the best strike, to be honest, Peter. The pass might have been a better option there.
Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get...
Chance for a shot! Goal! Barcelona! One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
So the first goal of the game.
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence, and all of a sudden, bang.
Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
He's picked his way through.
Vinicius Junior. Vinicius Junior showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out.
No, he's just misjudged that one.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
Tonali plays the game a step ahead of almost anyone. Lovely pass, but can he get there?
Deep cross. Albert Ferrer can get it clear.
And we have our very first corner.
Oh, smashing header! It's in! They have come roaring back!
Well, I always thought they had it in them, Peter. They upped the quality as needed, and once they got going, they were awfully hard to stop.
Great corner, and he did the rest.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
Milan grabbed the equaliser, and we're all square.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Spread it left.
Hit into the middle. He gets big. Oh, he's hit the bar.
Balde getting this one clear.
Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. Bergkamp is the team's great visionary. Played into the box. Oh, it just needed a better touch, and you could see his annoyance.
Pity that, because it had a decent chance of progressing.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Oh, good-looking ball. And this is Neymar, showing good feet. And the first 45 minutes are up. Nothing to separate the two teams at half-time. They've both given it a really good go, and they head into the break all square.
Just a quick announcement.
How's the first half compared with your expectation?
Well, I think the manager should be pretty happy that his side managed to come in on level terms. Things seem to be going a little against them, but they stemmed the tide, got their equaliser, and I think we're in for an exciting second half now.
Well, it's been a tight game, but one that's packed with incidents and talking points. A decent watch this, and it's 1-1 at half-time. And the game has already resumed here. Oh, super ball!
Milan are clearly playing a patient game here, looking to pick out those runners.
Yeah, that's a lot of the forwards, this style, doesn't it? You need them to be very sharp, chasing non-stop, running after lost causes.
Yeah, and you need a lot of movement up front if you're going to make it work.
Driven forward, Berbatov is onto it in a flash. Cannavaro gets over and intercepts. Short changes him with that pass. Tonali. And it's Chiellini. Marquinhos. Knocks it into space. Oh, no joy this time. Neymar. Oh, that's fabulous. Great work on the overlap. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
Well, I thought they got off lightly there. The odds were stacked against them.
Just eases him off the ball. Xabi Alonso did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Messi. Batistuta. Cherki. Bergkamp. That's a little off target. Threads one in. Well, the manager might be thinking of shuffling his pack here.
It's about risk-taking and boldness now. Are we going to see any activity from the bench?
Aimed beyond the defence. Olise going face-to-face with his great rival. And here's Messi. That is lovely. Tries to pass it through. Chiellini deals with that comfortably. Tonali. Oh, this looks sharp. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
Vinicius Junior. Vinicius Junior! And no, he couldn't find the finish.
It's a very watchable game, isn't it? Any goal from here could well be the winner.
Still anyone's game this. One moment can decide it.
It's a very open game and an exciting watch. There are no signs of nerves or caginess from either team. This pitch is go-for-it territory right now.
And it's Tonali.
Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though.
Rijkaard. And here's Vinicius Junior.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Oh, played through for the wide man. Tries to get it clear. 90 minutes up, and we will be back for extra time.
Well, I think many on that pitch were ready for the final whistle to come, so let's hope that there's still plenty of energy about.
So a brief breather, and then extra time.
Substitution for Milan. Number 9, Berbatov. Number 5, Bergkamp. Number
Into extra
14,
time we go.
Neymar. Coming on the field.
Played out
Number
wide.
30, number 7, Donadoni.
Yamal.
Number 17.
It's a good run down the right. Oh, well
Substitutions
measured.
taking place.
He's got plenty of space out wide here. Gently done. And here's Drogba.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
And he welcomes it in. He's on it. Can he get away? Gets into some space. Fired deep towards the back post. So can they do it again? That's a decent clearance. He shifted it to the flank. He's having a go! Goal at his mercy, and somehow he's missed it. Rafinha. It's Van Dijk. Donadoni. So what can they make of this? That's it for the first period of extra time. Well, both teams have run themselves into the ground out there. Does anyone have one last moment of magic in them? Exhaustion, physical and mental. Will we find a winner? They have played themselves to a near standstill. What is left in the tank now? It's just beyond his reach. And he's managed to get free. Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Tries to play it through. Balde gets into a good position. Up he goes! Loose ball. Oh, what has happened here? And the keeper couldn't hold it. Oh, should have put that away. Oh, they could break here. This is intriguing. Next goal critical.
Listen, the fans haven't given up on this by any means. They still believe it can be won.
Has a shot! Oh, that's incredible! Late in the day, this could well be it! He has given that the lot. Bang!
Well, Peter, it would have taken something incredible for the keeper to keep that one out. It was absolutely spanked.
Having turned the game on its head, now can they hold out?
Well, the last moments now, Peter, are going to be very frantic. There's still time for a twist or two yet. I think we're about to see a frenetic finish. No half measures from here.
Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. Milan have won it by sheer force of character.
So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands.
This is Peter Drury, and next to me providing insights will be Jim Beglin.
Thanks for that, Peter, and may I say a big hello to everyone.
Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it.
And that gets things running. Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
Yeah, Virgil van Dijk. He's just about unbeatable in every department, Peter. He's strong, he's quick, he's totally dominant in the air. And what's more, he seems to really love a tussle. His passing's good too, and he never seems to lose it in important areas. I'd expect this team to notch up a lot of clean sheets with him on board.
I wonder whether that has an... And the shot! What a wonderful goal!
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early. Well, when it's pieced together as efficiently as that, it's a joy to watch.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated.
And that's put paid to a promising move. Guardiola. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo.
Bergkamp. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball.
Cristiano Ronaldo.
Chiellini gets a foot in here.
Milan leading here thanks to that early goal.
1-0 the score.
Guardiola. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo.
Bergkamp. And it's Bergkamp. Zanetti.
Beckham. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Xabi Alonso gets over and intercepts.
Van Dijk. Chiellini.
Tonali. Great run on the overlap here. Lovely feet. Hit into the middle. And a shot! Milan with the corner, they're first. And now a sudden chance to counter. Dinks one through.
Van Dijk cuts out the pass.
Donadoni, who does have an assist to his name. Oh, it's a searing run. He is a man on a mission.
Well, that's an excellent interception.
And that has been clubbed away.
Can he get on the end of this?
Oh, played through for the wide man. He's shifting through the gears here. Swept in.
Oh, he's been...
Can he finish? It's a goal. They are right back in business.
And that comes as a very welcome relief. Now let's see who's got what it takes to seize the initiative from here.
And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
Van Dijk did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise.
And there's not much doubt that this will be played into the penalty area. Threads one in. Bergkamp gets into a good position.
And that has been...
Has a shot! Goal! Milan! themselves in front! That was easy, almost too easy.
Well, the defence were being far too casual there, Peter. Far too slow to switch on to the danger. That's the kind of thing that makes managers go crazy.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
Nice interception, well timed. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And it's Tonali. Tries to play it through.
In towards the back stick. And he's there to clear it.
And he's played it back.
That's good pressure. It gave him no other choice.
Tonali gets into some space.
And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside.
Alonso plays a sharp little ball here.
Tonali conjures time and space where few can. Nicely weighted ball.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
Terrific header!
And he's heaved it away.
A really close shave, and the last action of the first half.
That was a very watchable and entertaining half of football. And it's fair to say that both teams have played their part.
No, well, the pickings certainly have been rich in this first half.
Well, I think the message from the manager at half-time will be pretty simple, Peter. He's going to want them to play at a higher tempo, press more, higher up the pitch, pass quicker, and entice the opposition out of position. He knows how crucial the next goal will be.
Milan are up by the odd goal in 3, just about shading things at the break.
Coming on the field is...
Here we go again then.
Milan different to some extent this half. Details of the changes to come soon.
Well, I think it's the perfect time to make a change.
For a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again.
Xavi Alonso. That's a good ball out wide.
Now looking to orchestrate a counter.
And he's worked it through.
An uncompromising challenge. Nothing wrong with that tackle. Ball won cleanly.
Cannavaro.
And it's Guardiola.
Beckham in acres of space out wide. And it's Beckham. Manchester United are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, certainly when defending at least, because they've got to be ready.
Oh, he's been caught on it here!
That looks a good cross.
No, couldn't quite control it.
That's good play, plenty of targets in the penalty area and plenty of movement too.
Now, can they get him away? Oh, he's seen that early, used a certain sixth sense.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
Out towards the flank.
Engages and forces him off the ball.
Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo.
Milan are, of course, in a position to go to the bench should the need arise.
Well, the manager's got a decision to make here, whether he's happy to stick or twist.
Beckham.
Bergkamp is the team's great visionary.
Beckham making good progress on the right-hand side.
Chiellini.
Now Bergkamp. Tries to pass it through. De Bruyne could try cutting inside here. Chiellini attempts a clearance.
Manchester United really are showing all the necessary urgency, but it's potency they need.
That's an imaginative pass. Xavi Alonso. Marquinhos. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Now it's Bergkamp. Great vision. Van Dijk gets across to intercept that. Beckham. Oh, perfectly measured that. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Manchester United clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Beckham with the real chance! It's got in, and it is an own goal!
That can happen to anyone. It's truly, truly unlucky for him, but it's just the way it is.
Well, who saw that coming? It has certainly made things interesting.
Well, that's something you don't expect at a match like this, but I guess you have to take whatever way it comes, and very gratefully.
Beckham with the cross, and the keeper beats it away.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
There will be 1 minute added time.
He has found the way through. Marquinhos clears. And claimed it back swiftly. It is going to need 30 more minutes. No winner after 90.
Well, I think many on that pitch were ready for the final whistle to come, so let's hope that there's still plenty of energy about.
And a quick reminder today to please
So to
take
clarify,
all without being
extra
located
time
by the
will
entrance
follow.
gate. Thank you very much for your cooperation. Substitution for Milan, number 7, Donadoni, number 19.
Into extra time we go.
Number 5.
Milan conceded an equaliser late on. Now they have to do it all again. Do they have what it takes?
Number 17, Rafinha.
Lovely pass, but can he get there?
Sunil Chetri, number 14, Neymar.
Hangs in a cross.
Number 10, Joelinton.
And he's there to clear it.
Substitution in progress.
It'll be a throw-in. It's a promising position. Chance to deliver. Cleared without hesitation. And this is Xavi Alonso. No, that's been intercepted. Van Dijk. It's a really well-measured ball. Now it's Beckham. Passing nice and neat. Nicely aimed pass. Oh, and they're quick to press here, right on top of them. Oh, that's a foul. Free kick's been given. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. And it's Joelinton. In the end, they found themselves penned in. Nowhere to go. Just eases him off the ball. Khan gets rid without sophistication. Neymar. Extra time reaches half-time. Well, it has been a punishing game, both physically and mentally. But does either team have what it takes to find a winner?
Substitution.
And we're off for the final time. It has been a slugfest. Significant blows landed, but still no knockout.
Cannavaro. Van Dijk. Koundé.
Oh, he's certainly caught him there. It's a free kick. The ref's been lenient here. I doubt he'll get too many more chances.
Well, this may not be the kindest angle for a direct hit.
Well, there's lots of movement in the box for them to pick out.
Turns and goes back.
Now then, the ball's come loose. Now he's off and running. Rijkaard promptly onto that, and that is that.
This is intriguing. Next goal critical.
Well, a goal either way at this stage would qualify as a steal. Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope. All the big boys are set for this. It's like land of the giants in there.
Xabi Alonso plays it short.
Neymar, oh, what a climb! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Looking for the run. Beckham looking to run onto it.
Van Dijk
Gets it away.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
Still inseparable. We have penalties.
I can only applaud the sheer doggedness and tenacity on show in watching both teams refusing to lose. I mean, they both ran
Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be.
I'm Peter Drury, and seated in the experts' hot seat is our man Jim Beglin.
Thanks for the intro, Peter. I've been soaking up the atmosphere and I'm really looking forward to what lies in store.
Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it.
Well, as you can see, we've already started here. Thuram gets over and intercepts.
I've always been a fan of Giovanni van Bronckhorst, someone who excels both as a defensive midfielder and a fullback. He's going to have to be busy in trying to cover both positions while ensuring that the team keeps its overall shape.
He is that kind of player, one who any team cannot have enough.
He rises! He's beaten the keeper, but hit the post.
Spread it left.
They get a throw in. That is lovely. Marquinhos did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on.
Threads one in. Lovely pass, but can he get there? And that's gone all the way through to the keeper. Van Bronckhorst is one of those players who's known for reading the game better than anyone.
Yep, it's a corner.
Milan with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Oh, that pass isn't the best.
And it's Xavi Alonso. Now this could... Can he finish? And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
He's tried one! Oh my word, that is quite something! A finish of true class! Well, there was to be no other outcome.
I think the defence really need to wake up here, Peter. They really shouldn't be getting caught out like that.
Milan have penetrated for the first time.
Well, I think the next 5 to 10 minutes will call for real focus as the opposition will inevitably react. Milan really do like their passes from deep, Peter.
Making good use of that quarterback position, aren't they?
Yeah, but this is a system that can only work if you have the players who are willing to run at and beyond the defence. Let's see if these forwards are up for it now.
Marquinhos gets a foot in here. Well, they're looking at the referee, but he's waved play on. Seedorf, and here's Neymar. The ball goes in. Up he goes! Oh, taken with style. They have hauled themselves right back into it.
Well, it looks like we have ourselves a real game here now, Peter. They've been rewarded for their courage, for their attitude, for their application, and now they'll want another.
And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game. And there's the end of the first half.
So it's all squared. Neither side has been able to make a telling difference, but it hasn't been for the lack of trying.
That's a really interesting game, and they head in at half-time at 1-1.
For information provided by the local police.
And that's the second half started. Great run on the overlap here. He is through here. Here it is. He gets big. Firm header just off target.
And he did so well to get himself there. What a good effort.
Tries to play it through.
That's been cut out, well played. But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
Chiellini. Now it's Neymar.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
Van Bronckhorst is offering some sort of an apology there.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less. Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
And it's Berbatov. Oh, easy pickings there. Thuram pulls off an exemplary piece of defending. Played out wide, looking for options for movement. Oh, that was vital. Seedorf. Neymar, driving on and making good progress. Looking to play him in. Neymar stood his ground strongly. Neymar's cross.
Yeah, I think if that can be repeated, there's a good chance of a goal.
Van Dijk picks it up from the goal kick. Can he get on the end of this? Now it's Neymar, and he's managed to get free.
Don't you just love the level of intensity here? Neither is prepared to back down, and to be honest, that's how it should be.
Looking for the run. Always onto this. Oh, smashing header! It's in! And the comeback is complete! It was wonderfully efficient.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball. Made a classic move and met it perfectly.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
I just think this has been a lesson in character, togetherness and composure. I think most teams would have crumbled by now, but this refusal to give up is brilliant.
Lovely pass, but can he get there?
And he's made sure that's not getting through.
Milan really don't have a choice now. They just have to throw everything forward and give themselves a chance to draw level.
No, not quite on the same wavelength. No question, this is the man you want to get onto the end of things. And that will be the final act. Milan can look back at this result with regret. A front foot start, but they were ultimately made to pay for their inability to...
Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing.
My name's Peter Drury, and here's my co-commentator for the game. It's Jim Beglin.
Well, thanks for that, Peter. I'm more than ready to get going here.
And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. Well, if you did just miss it, we are up and running already.
Well, now here is a young man who really does seem to have the whole world at his feet. Lamine Yamal, a player of barely matched potential and indeed of barely matched expectation.
And the inevitable comparisons that go along with that, Peter.
And are those comparisons justified?
Well, from what I've seen of him so far, very much so. There's pace and great technique, but the most outstanding quality about him is his maturity, especially when it comes to making the right decisions. That's what sets him apart, for me anyway. Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Now it's Neymar. And it's Roberto Carlos. First quarter of an hour gone.
Well, it seems as if the message has been issued by both managers. Don't concede the opener.
Van Dijk.
Milan really do like their passes from deep, Peter.
Making good use of that quarterback position, aren't they?
Yeah, but this is a system that can only work.
Oh, that's horribly mistimed, and it's given penalty. Milan present their opponents with the best possible chance here.
So this the chance to fire his team in front.
That is some save from Khan.
It's loose now and they want to get it back.
Oh, he's been caught on it here.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
There will be a throw-in.
Donatoni.
Tonali receives it in a good position here. The referee has resisted the temptation to go to his pocket. It's just a stern lecture.
Not much doubt about who's going to take this one.
A real opportunity here from a position of great potential.
He went for the curler.
Very nearly half an hour gone here.
He's through here.
Oh, it's a chance! Whistle's gone and the referee has given a penalty. Milan presented with a golden opportunity here. So the would-be breakthrough moment. 1-0, never any doubt.
Not a twitch, not a blink.
Yeah, the keeper was trying to make him think that he was going to dive one way here. Could have just held a little longer.
So we have our breakthrough.
Well, I guess this ought to make things interesting, Peter. No doubt the opposition will now be forced to play a more open and riskier game.
Donatoni. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point.
And the score is 1-0.
Now it's Bergkamp. And it's Tonali. Haaland
Can be a real threat inside the box.
Donatoni. Davids.
Now Seedorf. And here's Berbatov. Neymar. Seedorf. Neymar.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
Yamal.
And that'll be the last act of the first half.
Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here.
Oh, what a terrific 45 minutes, all triggered by a helter-skelter tempo that has, you know, been very open, end-to-end, ding-dong stuff, with so much to enjoy. It's a cracking watch.
Milan happy to have the lead in a tight old game. Half-time, 1-0.
Substitutions taking place.
There's the start of the second half.
Milan definitely want to carry on in a similar manner, although I would exercise some caution, Peter. You wouldn't want to leave yourself open in the early minutes.
And he's had a hit! Magnificent! A finish right from the top draw! They have come roaring back!
Well, I always thought they had it in them, Peter. They upped the quality as needed, and once they got going, they were awfully hard to stop.
You just know there is no stopping that.
I think it was probably past the keeper before he even saw it. Incredible he got so much power with so little backlift.
Boca Juniors grab the equaliser, and we're all square.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
And it's Berbatov.
That's a good ball out wide. He's picked his way through. Yamal.
Yamal! Goal! Boca Juniors! And the game is well and truly turned on its head. And that really is so impressive.
Well, from the moment he got involved, he looked as if he'd go all the way. Terrific.
Boca Juniors take the lead.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
And that has found him in acres of space.
Cross is blocked, and that's a corner.
And we have our very first corner.
That'll be a throw-in. Plays it across. Punched away.
So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here.
Header! Decent enough try.
That is a really good chance missed, Peter. Certainly the way he's been playing.
And he's forced to go back. Davids. Best.
Oh, that's neat. Strong challenge. That could leave a mark.
Well, he was given the time and room initially to hold on to the ball, but eventually he was squeezed that bit harder and the task became...
Berbatov! And the lead stays intact, just.
Berbatov clearly knows that he let himself down there. He'd like another pop at that one, but that's not how it works.
Tonali. Passes coming off in quick succession here. And Donatoni.
Takes a shot! It's in! It's level again! What a match we have!
Well, this is just incredible. I mean, who would have seen this? Neither manager, I think. It's all happening.
Another moment of magic, a real wow moment.
Yeah, he gets top marks for that finish. I honestly thought his odds weren't that good.
This is quite a battle.
Well, needless to say, Peter, they're eager to get going, but you have to wonder how much these boys have left in the tank.
Just 5 minutes left.
Now, can they get him away?
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
Now, he's got space here. Spread neatly.
Added minute has been indicated.
Not the best distribution from the keeper.
There will be 4 extra minutes.
That ball looks a good one. He's in a great position here.
Antony
Climbs up big! Yes, he's done it! And that has raised the roof! It was wonderfully efficient.
Yeah, it all came from some...
And that is that. What a terrific response it was to adversity. What a fantastic game from those players. What unity, what joy. That was so very, very good. Berbatov picking up the Man of the Match award, and no surprise there.
Thrilling, nail-biting, perhaps frustrating until the very end, but we do have a winner.
Well, I just think that determination and persistence has paid off handsomely to squeeze the win out of a draw. Sometimes it comes down to grit and desire and the stubbornness to keep plugging away. And this has been great staying power.
So thank you very much, Jim, for joining me. That brings us to the end of our coverage. So from us both, a very good evening.
Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing.
I'm Peter Drury, and it's my chance to say that it is an absolute delight to have Jim Beglin beside me.
Hi, everyone, and thanks, Peter. It's great to be on board.
Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here.
These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. And as you can see, we've already started here with Neymar! And it's hit the woodwork and out! That's really well cleared. And it's Neymar. Can he latch on to this? Bullish header! And they've switched it over to the other side.
Good ball, that too.
He's gone for goal! Oh, the ball's run loose here.
Milan would very much seem to be growing their confidence here. You can feel it.
Now it's Mbappe. Zanetti. Pedri. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Cruyff. And Cruyff! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure. Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
Zola goes short. There's the shot! Oh, he's brought him down, and it is a penalty. Milan present their opponents with the best possible chance here. So this the chance to fire his team in front. And he's buried it! 1-0! A time for a cool head, and that is precisely what he showed.
A picture of confidence, that was never missing.
Madrid are in front now, the game's only goal.
Well, I think the next 5 to 10 minutes will call for real focus as the opposition will inevitably react.
Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
Zola! Xavi Alonso.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Great vision. Neymar in acres of space out wide. And there's the shot! I'll be a bit disappointed with that.
Oh, it looked like he tried to give it some extra whip.
Milan do seem to have a very clear game plan here, Jim.
Yeah, they're set up to play those long balls from deep, Peter. The front men have certainly been busy making the runs beyond that defence.
Oh, it's a tried and tested formula, OK, but very demanding too.
Well, you need your boys.
It's Neymar! Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. And the pass is intercepted. Now it's Mbappe. Couldn't squeeze it through. And that's really well manoeuvred. Now it's Neymar. Neymar showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
Played out wide. That is good alertness. Pedri puts his foot on the gas. Crunching tackle. Now who's going to be first to this? There's the whistle for half-time. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff.
Hello attendees, this is a lost children's announcement. Please keep your eyes on your children during the match at all times.
There's the start of the second half.
Milan can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing.
No way through. And it's Neymar. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it. Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
You have to say that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks. Milan still behind thanks to that solitary strike. Aimed beyond the defence. Aimed in towards the chance! It's there! They have done it! They have their equaliser!
Well, it looks like we have ourselves a real game here now, Peter. They've been rewarded for their courage, for their attitude, for their application, and now they'll want another.
Devoid of any complexity, but boy was that certain.
Well, I don't think he could have asked for a better ball in there, Peter. All he had to do was get in position.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that.
Shot, surely! Neymar! What about that one? He's got himself an absolute peach. And the game is well and truly turned on its head.
What a delicious goal, stroked in like a maestro.
It's almost poetry in motion, Peter, isn't it? The way he wraps his foot round the ball so effortlessly. Amazing.
Milan take the lead.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down. But they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here.
Berbatov. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Xavi Alonso. Ambitious ball here.
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
Out towards the flank. Played out to the left flank. He's shifting through the gears here. Oh, smashing header! He should have put that one away.
Well, for me, he seems to be playing with a lot more zest now. He does look the most likely to grab that second goal cushion.
Berbatov. That pass has been well intercepted. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Van Dijk. Chiellini. Not too much more here than seeing out time, and time is very nearly seen out. Zola is someone with real dynamite in his boots. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising.
Two added minutes has been indicated.
Yeah, the opposition have to come and chase it, so it might just allow a counter-attack or two.
Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. Milan have won it by sheer force of character. As winning teams do, they managed to find that little extra when they needed it. Neymar picking up the Man of the Match award, and no surprise there. The end of the game. Reflections?
Well, I have to say I'm thoroughly impressed with what we
Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm Peter Drury and it's a pleasure to be alongside Jim Beglin.
Hello, Peter, and hello to everyone watching. For me, it's a real thrill to be here.
Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. We have already started here. Watching, there's very little room for debate when it comes to Andrea Pirlo's legacy in the game of football. He made that deep-lying creative position his own.
Although I believe it was something that happened almost by accident.
Pretty happy accident.
Yeah, it seems he started out as a number 10, but he didn't have the necessary pace or physicality, so he just dropped deeper. Now his game is all about stepping up at the right time, picking the most perfectly measured through balls, and he's nailed it.
Oh, shooting chance! And it's a goal! Well, how's that for a class finish?
Well, he's a defender's nightmare. You try to send him one way, and he just slips the other.
Milan are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that. Goes for goal! Neymar! This boy is showbiz! About as smooth as it gets. They're level in a trice.
Well, going behind has simply triggered a collective determination to hit back, and they merit nothing less.
Smiles broad and beautiful. That is a cracking hit.
It's almost poetry in motion, Peter, isn't it? The way...
And Cruyff! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played. Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
Throw in. Now he's off and running. And no, that was never going to make it. Mohamed Salah! Oh, the ball's run loose here. Van Dijk cuts out the pass. And it's Pirlo. Nicely weighted ball. And there's green grass ahead of him. Just coming up to the 30-minute mark. Antony simply refused to be outdone there. Oh, that is asking for trouble. And he's managed to get free. Now it's Neymar. Neymar going face-to-face with his great rival. Up he goes! Oh, should really have made more of that.
Yeah, it's very well timed. A delivery like that with the right amount of pace and whip can be a nightmare to defend against.
Milan do seem to have a very clear game plan here, Jim.
Yeah, they're set up to play those long...
Header! Well, now it's a race for the ball. Oh, he's been caught napping. In again.
There's much frustration.
And he shoots! It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. Berbatov. And here's Donatoni. Knocks it back. Now it's Cruyff. Now it's Mbappe. He's shifting through the gears here. Nice bit of trickery. Now it's Neymar. Now, can they get him away? Oh, nicely intercepted.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
Rijkaard is always scanning the pitch for targets. And the first half is done. Nothing to separate the two teams at half-time. They've both given it a really good go, and they head into the break all square. The midway point of the game.
Who wants half-time when you have a contest this good? I can only hope it picks up where it left off.
So in they come for the break with nothing to separate them. The score 1-1. And if you're just back from your break, you've missed very little of the resumption of the second half. And here's Neymar. Neymar gets flagged offside. Rijkaard.
And it's Tonali.
Mohamed Salah is someone with real dynamite in his boots. Played back in.
That is a brilliant interception. Donatoni. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising.
This is the time you need that pace.
Lovely pass, but can he get there?
Pirlo. Cruyff. Mbappe. And Shevchenko! Really well taken goal. And they've got their lead back.
Another moment of magic, a real wow moment.
It's beautiful poise. I mean, most players in that position, I think, would probably fluff that, but not this fella.
Madrid get themselves into the lead.
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the #1 contender, and he's done it again.
Van Dijk. Shevchenko charging forward, the ball at his feet.
Shevchenko really has the confidence and skill to be able to hold the ball up like that until support arrives a little sooner, and just maybe there he overdid it slightly and should have released it because the support was arriving quickly.
Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
This is a really front-footed approach.
They just need to sort out their end product, and quickly.
And that is exemplary defending.
Well, what can you say about that? Just about everything was stacked against him, and he still came through.
It's a poor throw that, picked off with relative ease. And here's Berbatov. Great pressure, plenty of it. He's got away.
Tonali.
And this is Neymar. Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it.
Milan really are showing all the necessary urgency, but it's potency they need.
Cruyff! Goal! A two-goal lead, and they're firmly in control. A moment that needed composure, and he had plenty of it.
Ah, that's just clever. He made the keeper think he was going one way, only to outfox him by going the other. Very nice.
And he's done it again. He's got his second.
Substitution for Milan, number 14, Neymar.
Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches.
On the field,
Two up and very little time left. Surely this is it.
Well, that's a really bitter blow. I think it's going to be very hard for them to find the character to respond from that.
Oh, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined.
4 extra minutes added on.
Can he get on the end of this? Oh, that's wonderful alertness.
And the referee brings it to a close.
Well, here is a defeat that may hit them hard, and you can sense that all around us. Things going pretty awry, and the outcome in the end. Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing.
I'm Peter Drury, and this is Jim Beglin. A delight to have him on board.
Thanks for the intro, Peter. I've been soaking up the atmosphere and I'm really looking forward to what lies in store.
Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting.
And already we're underway here.
And that's aimed into the middle.
Well, this fellow, Giorgio Chiellini, Peter, is one of the game's great thinkers.
Yeah, in both an academic and a footballing sense, of course.
Yeah, and I think he'll prove key if they're looking to play on the break here. You won't get many players who are better than him in terms of ball winning, and it's all going to be about how quickly they can turn things around once they've got the ball.
Van Dijk. Bergkamp. Plays a sharp little ball here.
Zanetti cuts out the pass.
Quarter of an hour played.
That is ended up in no man's land.
Bergkamp.
Now that looks a decent ball. He's free, he has shot a goal! Oh, surely that deserved better.
Oh, it's very good running, that. You're always going to have chances with that kind of movement.
And we have our very first corner.
Chiellini can get it clear.
Spread out to the left.
Xabi Alonso delivers.
Goes for a shot! Adams clears it away. And now a sudden chance to counter.
Still goalless at the moment. Khan. In with the challenge.
Milan really do like their passes from deep, Peter.
Making good use of that quarterback position, aren't they?
Yeah, but this is a system that can only work if you have the players who are willing to run at and beyond the defence. Let's see if these forwards are up for it now.
Can he get it through? Well, that's an excellent interception.
Rijkaard.
And Adams. Now, can they get him away? Now,
And the shot! Goal! Milan! And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly...
It's Cristiano Ronaldo! Oh, he did the hard part right, but fluffed the finish.
That's good running. It makes life so much easier when you have people who are willing to go beyond the defence like that.
Milan are one up and looking surprisingly comfortable. Oh, this looks sharp. Great vision. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
And here's Bergkamp. Tries to play it through. And this is Bergkamp. Now the cross. Adams getting this one clear. And that's been won straight back. And he can clear it away. Good effort. And it is right on half-time. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness, perhaps the only things lacking. How's the first half compared with your expectation?
Okay, they got hit with that one sucker punch, but I don't think there was much wrong with their overall approach. I think the boss needs to give his team a lift during the break, and they should still be quite buoyant.
Milan are 1-0 up at half-time, and it's all to play for.
Substitution for Milan, number 19,
Whistle goes, and we start the second half.
coming on the field.
Milan definitely want to carry on in a similar manner, although I would exercise some caution, Peter. You wouldn't want to leave yourself open in the early minutes trying to kill this off.
He's had a shot! They've scored! They have come roaring back!
Well, I always thought they had it in them, Peter. They upped the quality as needed, and once they got going, they were awfully hard to stop.
Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
Just way, way too good, Peter. The keeper was never going to stop it.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
And it's Grealish. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
Xavi Alonso threads one in, and that is expertly dealt with. Chiellini gets over and intercepts. Tries to pass it through. Oh, he's taken out. That'll be a foul. And he has shown him a yellow card. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Looking for options for movement. Raul. He steps in, and that's the end of that. Can he get on the end of this? Grealish gets into a good position. Up he goes! And oh, he's got that completely wrong.
I think that's just more proof that this team is very comfortable playing on the break. They're really swift.
Substitution for Milan, number 9, Berbatov.
So, time for changes on both sides, actually.
Number 30, substitution in progress.
Great defending, strong and determined. Now it's Tonali. He has found the way through.
Incoming delivery. Oh, what a climb! Goal, Milan! And they're back in front. Satisfyingly simple. There's almost a sense of beauty to this.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball. Made a classic move and met it perfectly.
And it didn't take him long. Just sitting on the bench and waiting moments ago, already he has scored.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
Milan go into the lead.
Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you.
Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Oh, good read.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Not the most accurate pass. And he's running through. Takes a shot! He has done it! 2 ahead, late in the day. Game over, surely. There was to be only one outcome.
Well, when you get in that position, it's all about composure. Panic can come into it, and it didn't.
2 up and very little time left. Surely this is it.
Well, that's a really bitter blow. I think it's going to be very hard for them to find the character to respond from that.
Spreads it out wide. Can he get onto this? Cleared away. Owen. 5 minutes to add. And that's been intercepted. And there goes the final whistle. Well, don't you just love it when a plan comes together? Victory never in doubt in the mind of the mastermind in all of this. A solid win, which will be welcomed all round.
Hello, everybody, and a quick
How would you
announcement now.
summarise what
We
we've
would
seen
like
today then,
you all
Jim?
to kindly
Well, the look on the
proceed
manager's
to the match
face says it
with
all.
your
He
corporate
knows.